Hey everybody, it's Ron from Pick Dawgz, and this is Ron's Bank Shot Breakdown. We're going to go over 5 college basketball games for Monday, January 30th, 2023. Now, if you like what you see, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my $15 Bank Shot best bet, you can find those at the Premium Picks tab at pickdawgz.com. Alrighty, let's get into it. Here are the games for Monday in college hoops. First up, we go to the Big 12 as Baylor takes on Texas. This one, 9 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN. Now, I do think this is a pretty tough Monday card in college basketball, just handicapping-wise, as there's not a lot of value, in my opinion, right now on the board. And I want to talk about games like these, like Baylor and Texas, because they're big games, national TV games, two teams that are ranked and big rivals in the Big 12. But overall, not a ton of value, in my opinion, right now at least, on the Monday college hoops card. But in this game, I am liking Baylor in this one. I do think they're going to win this game outright. You know, Baylor's on a 6-game win streak, and they've really improved on the defensive end. That's the one thing I'm seeing. When you look at their 6 wins, only 2 of those wins, they gave up more than 70 points. The defense has really improved, and there's no surprise to that, as the shot quality data was pretty, nice for Baylor defensively. And as you said, that there was going to be some positive regression for the defense for the Bears, and the offense we know is already one of the best in the country. Right now, ranked number 2 in the country in adjusted offensive efficiency. Texas has been a little bit inconsistent as of late. They're now 2-2 in their last 4 games. They didn't look great in their last game against Tennessee. I know it was a tough spot on the road, but I'm right now I'm liking Baylor in this game to earn the outright win. You're going to give me a few points on top of that, I'll take them. Give me the Baylor Bears in this one. I'm going to take them against the spread. Next up, we stay in the Big 12 as Iowa State takes on Texas Tech. This one's going to be the same start time of 9 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be on ESPN2, so you can flick back and forth between Baylor, Texas, and then Iowa State, Texas Tech. In this game, Iowa State has not really looked great as of late. That's really concerning me because of the defensive performances we're seeing, especially on their road games. We see in the last 3 true road games for the Cyclones, they lost all 3 of those games outright. Their last game was at Missouri. They gave up 78 points in that one, losing by 17 points in the end. And that's really concerning for a team that's really defense first and really defense second, honestly, as the offense is solid, but not ranked in the top 50 in adjusted offensive efficiency. Not the best shooting team. They have some issues turning the ball over. They don't really get to the free throw line, so their defense bails them out often. They're a very good team in terms of forcing turnovers, number 1 in the country. Pretty good defensive rebounding team, good perimeter defense, but if that defense is not sharp, there's just no way I can confidently back Iowa State. And right now, with their defensive performances on the road, I just can't take the Cyclones. Texas Tech Lubbock is a very, very difficult place to play. No matter how good or bad Texas Tech is, that's always going to be a tough place to play. And Texas Tech coming off a nice win over LSU. And I know LSU's having a down year, but still, a true road win against a Power 5 team is exactly what Texas Tech needed to snap that losing streak, get back into Big 12 play, and I think they have a good shot of winning their first game in the conference this season. I just don't like the current form that Iowa State is in right now. I think Texas Tech is the better side, so give me the Red Raiders here on the money line. Next up, we go to the MEAC as Delaware State takes on Coppin State. This one's 7:30 Eastern. Now, we've talked about Coppin State on the show a few times this season. I've mentioned that I think they're one of the more volatile teams in college basketball. They lose a lot of games by crooked numbers, and sometimes they're able to pull off big-time upsets because they have really good shooting performances. And we saw that against James Madison back on December 21st. A top 100 KenPom team, Coppin State beats them by 7 points in double overtime. But in this game, I do think it's a good matchup for Coppin State to earn a win and earn a double-digit win and cover the spread in the end. Delaware State, only 1 true road win this season. They played a really tough non-conference schedule, a lot of road games in that mix, but they lost a lot of games by blowout numbers, by double digits. And Coppin State, the much better offensive team. They get to the free throw line, pretty good perimeter shooting team. I trust their offense a lot more in this matchup. And Delaware State, if they were a better defensive rebounding team, I do think that they would have a big advantage in that facet. But overall, they're ranked 328th in the country in defensive rebounding. So I do think both teams, struggle rebounding overall this season. I don't think there's an advantage to give to either one. I think Coppin State wins this game going away. So give me the Eagles laying the points at home. Next up, since it's Monday, we got to talk about a SWAC game. This one, Jackson State and Southern. It's going to be 9 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be on ESPNU. Jackson State, I think, does enough in this one defensively to keep it in the game and cover the number as the road dog. Southern's been very tough in SWAC play. They're 7-1 overall, but their one loss was recently against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Not a great loss to take. That's the 319th ranked team in KenPom. And overall, Southern's a pretty volatile team as well. I would compare them to a team like Coppin State. They rely on making a lot of low percentage shots at high percentage rates. They play a very fast-paced offense and defense. And Sometimes they're going to lose games by crooked numbers. Sometimes they're going to win games in blowout fashion. But Jackson State, a good rebounding team, especially on the offensive end. They force a lot of turnovers. They're a good defensive team in terms of shot quality. I think they can compete in this game. I think they're going to cover the number in the end. I think Southern wins. I think Jackson State covers as the dog. And the final game we're going to talk about for Monday's card in college basketball, it's going to be in the Summit League as South Dakota takes on Oral Roberts. This one, 8 o'clock Eastern. South Dakota is not a team I'm looking to back very often in the Summit League right now because they're 5-5, which looks like a solid record on paper, but I do really worry about this team regression-wise offensively. It's right now ranked 12th in the country in three-point shooting, which is great. But you look at the shot quality, this team's taking a lot of tough shots. The defense is not good enough to back it up either. Ranked 333rd in the country in adjusted defensive efficiency. They force virtually no turnovers. And I think Oral Roberts will be able to score at will in this game. 90-plus points wouldn't be very surprising to me. And do I think South Dakota's offense can keep up on the road against a pretty solid Oral Roberts defense? I just don't think so. Max Mitch is playing very well right now, and overall, Oral Roberts has won 6 straight games, winning a lot of those games by double digits. We've seen some 80-plus point performances, 90 points. We saw 102-61 against Denver. I think Oral Roberts wins this one in a lopsided affair. Give me the Eagles, the Golden Eagles of Oral Roberts, laying the points. And that's it. Those are the games for Monday in college basketball. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to put your college basketball picks in the comment section below. Again, if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pick Dawgz Premium. As always, this is Ron Romanelli. Good luck.